Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast with me, Kellie Raspberry Evans, and my husband and podcast co-host, he's Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Welcome, one and all.
You sound very chipper. Why are you so chipper?
Because I'm excited I get to sit here and do this podcast with you, my love.
Wow. Are you? That's not what you were saying before the podcast.
What was I saying? Don't be lying like that. No, it's always an honor and a privilege that people actually want to hear what we have to say every week.
You know,
Some days we
is
have
true.
more to say than others.
I'm dying. I'm sorry.
What happened?
I don't know.
Swallow your Pepsi wrong?
No, I haven't had any of my Pepsi Cola yet. I'm dying. I don't know.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm having a problem.
that's all right. I'll carry you through, honey.
Wow.
This has been
Really?
this has been a
You got
big
me.
week. Well, a lot's going on.
Okay.
Emma Kellie, by the time this podcast drops on Thursday, October 19th, that is her 17th birthday. It's very bittersweet because I know my time is limited with her. And it's a happy time. It's a sad time a little bit.
The EK turning 17, it's hard to believe. Seems just like yesterday we were talking about driver's ed, getting her license, going and taking her test, and now look.
Yeah, I was looking online about how to schedule college visits. I thought it was going to be some big, long, complicated process, and it's really not. You just go online and click a request for a time and date to do it. So I guess after the new year, we're going to start looking at colleges.
I thought she had decided.
Well, she set foot on one college campus, LSU, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We went to visit Boss Man George's daughter.
Amen.
I'm giving you the opportunity to get that out of your system. And it was on a weekend when it was raining. There was no classes. There was no game. There was nothing. But Emma Kellie walking around that campus is like, this is where I'm going. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, that's fine if that's where she wants to go. Mm-hmm. But I want her to actually visit some college campuses to make a more, informed decision.
We got a lot of listeners in Baton Rouge.
We do.
In Louisiana.
And it's about a 6-hour drive.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, there's probably a little puddle jumper she could take from time to time.
I was
going to
ask you that the other day. Is there an airport in Baton Rouge? I'm sure there is.
Yeah, I think like a little regional one.
A regional airport?
Probably. I haven't looked into it. But
now,
I think Boss Man's daughter would fly home from time to time.
Now, see, out in God's country, West Texas, USA, Lubbock, where I went to school, there's an airport.
A regional airport?
An international.
Are you kidding me?
No. You can jump on
Lubbock International?
Yes, absolutely. You can jump on American. You can jump on SWA. Yes, you can be back in Dallas in 45 minutes.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm gonna
make an appointment. I'm going to make an appointment for her to go there as well.
Just saying.
And I think she's got a couple more on her list. But that's happening this week.
People love lists.
A bittersweet time. And then, of course, next week is a big day for Britney Spears fans. Her memoir, The Woman in Me, comes out on Tuesday, October 24th.
Is this a book?
It's a book. That's
like
what a memoir is.
Letters and such?
What do you mean letters?
That's a line from Unforgiven, but you've never seen the movie and you continue to not want to watch it with me. So
it's not that I don't want to watch it, but set it up and let's do it.
How the worm has turned.
Just set it up and we'll do it, Alan. I'm not fighting you on it. I'm just saying just do it.
You don't want to watch anything with me? You won't watch any shows with me?
Then set it up for us to watch it. Do we even have the
Why
movie?
Are you bickering?
Where is it? I'm not.
I have it. I have it on DVD.
Okay. A DVD. Oh,
do you know they're gonna do away with DVD and Blu-ray pretty soon?
Why wouldn't they?
I know.
Everybody's
because of the
digital.
streaming. But that's crazy.
All right. Anyway,
put
a pin in that and come back to it because I want to.
Oh, wow.
That reminds me of something else I wanted to say. But Britney's memoir's coming out. So she did an exclusive. I don't know if it was an interview or what because I haven't seen the article with People Magazine. But because I know she's not doing any press for it.
Fake news.
She didn't want to be interviewed. We all thought that Oprah was going to get it, but that's not happening apparently. But anyway, People did some excerpts this week, and it was just so upsetting.
Why?
To hear some of the stories that come out. I know you don't listen to me on the Kid Craddock Morning Show. So
Nationally syndicated.
You have no way of knowing about this.
Well, that's not a true statement. I do listen to you. I listen more when
you would wake up?
Well, no, when it's a school day.
Yeah, when it's a school day.
Yes.
Well, in the memoir.
Which is every day, so that's kind of weird. How about when it's a school day and I'm taking the boys to school?
Right, because Emma Kellie drives herself now.
Yes.
All right, so in the memoir, she talks about her time dating Justin Timberlake. And everybody's been saying he's been really nervous, very anxious about what's coming out in the book, that this was in page 6 a while back, that his lawyers and Colin Farrell's lawyers, because remember, she had a little dalliance with Colin Farrell too after Justin. She went through that wild phase. Anyway, that the rumor was, allegedly, I don't know how you say it, that their lawyers wanted to see copies of this book before it went through the final, you turn it in and say, that's it, no more edits, because they wanted to make sure, because Britney Spears, has obviously some issues. Mm-hmm. Let's just call them issues. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to make sure that what was in there was factual and not, I guess, slanderous, I guess you would say, or libelous. Anyway, but they said that Justin was still very nervous and anxious, and it wasn't going to be good for him once this book came out. Well, now this week we've learned that while they were dating about a year, they started dating in 1999, around the year 2000, when she was probably 18, 19 years old, I guess. I don't have the math in front of me. Mm-hmm. She got pregnant.
Whoa.
And she said she always dreamed that, she loved Justin. At that age, you think, this is the man I'm going to marry. I don't know if this is the guy she lost her virginity to, but every girl that loses her virginity thinks that's the guy she's going to marry. But that they would have a family one day, just not that soon. But he was not happy about it, did not want to become a father at that point in his life. He's a father now. And she said, if it was up to me, I would have kept the baby. But because of him, and I'm sure, I don't know if it even got to the point where the record label knew about it, but she had an abortion. And a lot of her fans think now in the song Every Time, I think it's Every Time, da, 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 da. Anyway, in that video, there's a scene where a woman is giving birth in a hospital and she's holding the baby, and people are saying that was now maybe Britney's way of acknowledging that was the baby she should have had. It's very sad. And then she also talks about, everybody always said that just the reason they broke up is because Britney cheated on Justin. That's been the rumor. And then he did that song Cry Me a River with a girl that looked just like her. And that was about the breakup. Well, Britney says Justin cheated on her with a celebrity, but she will not reveal the name because that celebrity has gone on to have a family of her own and doesn't want to embarrass anybody.
Wonder who it is.
I don't know. I was like, we could do the math or, and kind of figure out who was, but I mean, it could have been a B or C list celebrity. It could have been an A list celebrity. We don't know who it was at the time. And she also, one more real quick excerpt, but do you know the movie The Notebook with Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams?
Never seen it.
Well, it's a big heartbreaker, tearjerker love story. And I can't believe you haven't seen it.
Why would I see that?
This was the movie that made Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling's career. It catapulted them into the stratosphere.
I know who Ryan Gosling is. Who's the other
Rachel
one?
McAdams. She was in Mean Girls. She was the mean girl in Mean Girls, and she was the lead. And I don't know how to tell you who she is if you don't know those two movies.
What else has she been in?
I'm telling you, she was in The Notebook and in Mean Girls.
I don't
know how to tell you.
Has she done any Star Wars stuff?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know her.
Anyway, it was between Rachel McAdams and Britney Spears for that role. And Britney said, I don't know if it got down to where
Britney can act?
She was in Crossroads. And she said she had just gotten through with Crossroads. She was recording her album. And she said, I was getting ready to record another album. And she said, I just could not. She said, I didn't want it. And I don't know if they offered it to her and she declined or she withdrew herself, because I haven't read the book. This is just an excerpt, that she was one of the last two contenders for that role. And now I'm picturing what would it have looked like if it had been Britney instead of Rachel, and what her career could have looked like if that would have happened.
Have you seen Crossroads?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
No.
What is it? What's it about?
It's a movie that was inspired by a story Britney came up with. It was written by Shonda Rhimes, which we have, Alan and I have our history with Shonda Rhimes here on the podcast. If you've listened, we won't get into it. But
is that the story that was 45 minutes and you just wouldn't stop talking?
It was a good story.
Okay.
Anyway, Britney, apparently, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but her mom was played by Kim Cattrall. Her dad was, one of the Ghostbusters.
Harold Ramis?
No, the other one.
Bill Murray?
No, the other one. Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd was her dad. Zoe Saldana was in it. And
not to be confused with Zoe Evans.
No, Zoe Saldana. So like these big, and this other one that just went. She was in Orange Is the New Black, and I'm losing names right now. Please forgive me. Everybody's yelling at their car radios or whatever. But her mother like took off, and then for her friends and she go across country to meet her estranged mother. That's basically about the road trip.
Let me ask you an important question. I want you to answer truthfully. You've seen Crossroads.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I'm telling you.
Okay, no, I understand.
But I still loved it. My friend Melanie and I sat down on the couch. She had just gotten a divorce. And she hadn't just gotten a divorce. She was getting ready to be remarried thanks to a hookup. That was my one and only successful matchmaking. And we drank a bottle of wine and watched it. So I watched it with cloudy vision.
Okay, you've seen Crossroads. You've also seen the movie I was in, the University of Las Colinas.
Yes.
Which movie was worse? You're not going to hurt my feelings.
Well, Alan, they were both good for various reasons.
Yes. Whose performance was better, Britney's in Crossroads or one Walter A. Evans's?
Honey. You're the best. In fact,
No, come on, really?
It should have been between you and Ryan Gosling for The Notebook.
Well, wouldn't go that far. Anyway,
and another memoir coming out on Tuesday, the same day as Britney's, and I don't know how I didn't find out about it until today, is John Stamos's memoir. And he talks about a lot about, you might forget, he was married to Rebecca Romaine.
I remember that,
and
yes.
it was a very ugly divorce. And
was it really? I didn't know that.
It was very contentious.
Oh, geez.
And he said basically he hated her.
Whoa.
And he thought she was the devil. But now,
Whoa.
But once, you're angry, during a divorce. But now that some time has passed, they've both moved on, years have passed. He's like, he had to eventually stop and look at his side of, what did I contribute? How did I contribute to the failing of that marriage? And he doesn't look at that anymore. And he talks about how he was sexually abused by a babysitter when he was about 10 years old, but he had packed it away and now it's coming back out. He talks about his struggle with alcoholism and rehab. It's like, I get it that people want to share their stories, but it's like, wow, that's a lot. That's like, sometimes people ask me about, why don't you write a book or something? It's like, because I don't want everybody knowing all of my business.
I guess there's a fine line between being authentic and sharing
and
life stories and then just trying to sell books.
I don't know.
Can't you do both?
I guess. And a lot of people,
But hey, I'm not hating on him. Maybe he wanted to share that stuff.
It's his
maybe
right,
just get it off of his chest. Yeah,
maybe it will help somebody,
But
that's gone through some of these things. I forgot. He reminded me from an excerpt from his memoir that he was arrested for DUI. I forgot all about it. He said that was the moment he realized that he had to straighten up, and he got out of rehab and went straight to filming Fuller House, which was the reboot of Full House for Netflix.
I mean, when I write a memoir someday, I'm not going to recount all the times I've shit my pants.
I know, but would you go through some real? Because
I just do that on the podcast.
Look, when you talk about your past, you're also exposing other people's past.
Yes.
So, is it fair of Britney to share her story, knowing that it impacts Justin Timberlake? What if he never told Jessica Biel, his wife, about that, his sons about that? And now his business is out there because she decided to tell her business. That's just one example. I know Britney's had her life is very different, the conservatorship and all that trauma. But I'm just saying, when you do your autobiography and your memoir, what right do you have to potentially? Now she's sparing this celebrity that had the affair with Justin. She's sparing that person's identity to not embarrass her and her family.
I personally don't think that's cool.
I don't think it's cool either.
How is that different from somebody going on social media in a public forum and then posting everything they know about every one of their ex-boyfriends or girlfriends? I mean, you just wouldn't do that, right? I mean,
just because it happened. It's like in my divorce, I tried to be very careful in certain things I talked about. I've shared more as the years have passed because everybody's moved on, but I've tried to be really careful about because I don't want to embarrass my daughter. Why would I want to do that to my ex-husband now and his family? And there's things, you just don't want to, in his parents. I don't embarrass myself, my parents. I don't know. I really have mixed feelings about it. And then of course, Jada Pinkett-Smith is getting so much backlash because she won't stop talking.
A lot of memes about her going around now. What is happening?
Well, everybody's kind of ticked off because it's like you and Will Smith painted this. Y'all have it all, they elevated themselves as a couple before all of us.
I thought they've been separated like 7 years.
Yeah, now we find out because she's promoting the book that they've been presenting themselves as a married couple when they've been not legally divorced, but living as a divorced couple for 7 years.
So what's this? I don't understand those two.
Why
did he flip out and go slap Chris Rock?
She doesn't. She said she honestly
thought it was a bit.
She thought it was a bit until he came and sat back down and she realized that wasn't a bit.
But why would he do that?
She doesn't really know. Well, because she's talking so much, she said that there's always been rumors that she and Will were, every summer she said there would be a new divorce rumor, we're getting divorced. And one time Chris Rock called her, this is many years ago, and said, he asked her out on a date. And she goes, why are you asking me out? He said, well, you and Will are getting divorced. She's like, no, we're not. And she said he apologized. He was, he said, I'm so sorry, my bad. I really thought you were single.
Oh, so there was some history.
Yeah, exactly. And she said, and I think I might have said something to Will. So maybe that's been brewing underneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And she said when he went up there and slapped Chris, she thought it's a bit, but then he said, keep my wife's name out of your blankety blank mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She said it surprised her that he called her his wife.
The whole thing is so weird.
And he's like, now she says that she and Will are thinking about writing a book together.
Good
I
Lord.
think it's one of those situations where a PR agency would say, stop talking and go away for a while,
Yes, and you too. Stop talking and do that.
Don't tell me to stop talking, but I'm just saying it's memoir overload right now.
Oh, I'm done with it.
But I have not bought Britney Spears' memoir because I was afraid, because people know how much I love her, that a lot of people might buy it for me as a gift. And so I'm waiting to see if I get one. Now I've jinxed it and I won't get one, so I have to go out and buy it, which is fine. I'm willing to do that. I'm just waiting to see if somebody buys it for me first.
Okay.
All right. Look, most days I am doing minimal makeup. Just some mascara, maybe eyeliner, maybe. Other days I might have to film something for work and I need a bit more glam, right? Well, Thrive Cosmetics is my go-to for whatever face I want to show the world that day. You've probably seen Thrive Cosmetics tubing mascara. It's liquid lash extensions. That turquoise tube went viral on social media, and I'm a big fan of their brilliant eye brightener. I use it every day. And now I'm going to tell you about Thrive's new impactful semi-permanent smoothing lipstick. You get visibly fuller, smoother, nourished lips with this creamy satin finish. It is fade-free up to 8 hours. No bleeding, no drying, no settling into those fine lines around your lips. It comes in 12 shades from natural everyday tones to vibrant, statement-making colors, and it just feels good on your lips. It's infused with botanical oils and vitamin E. In fact, all of Thrive Cosmetics beauty products are certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free, made with clean, skin-loving ingredients, high performance, and trademark formulas, uncompromising on their standards as well. And for every product that you buy, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive, including uplifting and empowering people who are battling cancer, helping survivors of domestic abuse find their strength, their confidence, and support.
Thrive Cosmetics is a luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get an exclusive 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 20% off your first order.
Thank you, Thrive Cosmetics.
We love Thrive Cosmetics. What is all the stuff going around with Jada? I'm not trying to get back on this subject, but just curious. Jada Pinkett-Smith and Tupac.
She says, okay, they were very, very close friends. In fact, she says that was her soulmate.
Oh.
She believes not like in a sexual soulmate way, not in a romantic, I should say, not sexual. She said they were so close, in fact, they did consider dating each other, but it was almost like they were repelled by it. She felt like God said, I'm going to give you this person, this soulmate, but I'm going to make it where y'all don't hook up. And I think, I might be remembering incorrectly, I think he might have proposed, and she's like, nah, stop that. We're friends, gross, that kind of thing. But she also said if there was such a thing as past lives, that she believes she and Tupac have lived many together, but that is her soulmate.
Part of the reason I brought that up is also to say that they solved Tupac's murder.
Yeah.
Which occurred in 1996 or 95.
Something around there.
Yeah, which is also the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl. So they solved Tupac's murder before the Dallas Cowboys were able to win another Super Bowl.
Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest.
For all you Dallas Cowboys fans out there, think about that one.
Well, they had a win this last week.
Did they? Who'd they play? Oh, the San Diego Superchargers. Yeah. Yeah. We haven't been talking much Cowboys football, but you know what? Kelly and I, here's a little peek behind the kimono. We're recording early tonight on this Wednesday night because your Texas Power Rangers are on at 7 o'clock, the American League Championship Series.
7 Central.
Cowboys.
For those listening outside of the Central Time Zone.
Power Rangers are up 2-0 on the dreaded Houston Astros. Cheaters. So, Kelly and I wanted to watch Game 3.
I'm really into it. I used to think baseball
Isn't it
was
fun?
Super boring, and now I've really gotten into it.
Our team's good.
It makes a difference when you've got a winning team in your hometown or in your area, and when your boys play baseball. It makes a huge difference.
Because we say huge.
When you have to go out there and watch, eventually you start picking up on things, and you start realizing, hey, that's fun. You start cheering for your own kid, and then you start cheering. And then you think about these grown men used to be those same little boys running the bases. It's I love it.
And then you've learned the players, and once you know the players, then you start to, I guess, take more ownership with the team.
Right.
And then there's a really cool story. There's this one kid. His name's Evan Carter. He's 21. And he got called up to play in the big leagues. He was playing at Round Rock or somewhere. And he's been with the Rangers now for, I guess, about a month. And he has been playing awesome. He's only 21.
He's a good little Christian boy.
Yeah,
he got married young, like those good Christian boys do, and already has a baby.
That dude's
His whole
good.
family was there when he had his major league premiere. It's very sweet.
So a lot of cool stories and, with the players and the boys are into it. I've been texting Cole back and forth over the last few days about the Rangers. And so anyway, that's fun. So we're going to do that in a little bit. You want to do some letters?
Sure. We had a stack that we barely made a dent in.
We had a stack. So we are going to
whittle it down a little more.
Go through some letters.
Kid Craddock used to do that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't think that is an original bit.
It's not, but I will tell you this.
Because the very first time
it's an annoying bit.
The very first time I saw it?
What?
David Letterman.
Well, Kid Craddock did it too.
He got it from David Letterman.
And I love David Letterman, and I love Kid Craddock, and I love you. But that's annoying.
Because he did the top 10 list, and he would shake his list. This first letter is from Christy. Subject, face sliding. Hi. I remember Kelly talking about her face sliding on one side and how she went to a lady.
I thought you said lighting. It's face sliding.
Face sliding on one side and how she went to a lady who I believe helped her with that. Well, mine is doing the same thing, and I was told only a lower facelift could fix it. Seriously, in this day and age, there's nothing else. So can you recount that story a bit and give her name, or maybe you wouldn't recommend her now? I'm not sure. Thank you, Christy.
No, there's nobody helping me with it. I want to go see a doctor about it, seeing if I can get a facelift and tweak. I did have a lady that gave me a little bit of Botox in my on the side of my mouth, saying that can kind of help relax the muscle and turn it up some, but that's different than your face sliding off. There is the gua sha. Maybe she's thinking about that when I talked about did I talk about that on this podcast?
I've never heard you say the word gua sha.
Is like this stone. It's a flat stone that's shaped kind of like a kidney bean, I guess, for lack of a better term. And there are these exercises you do on your jawline, and you stroke up, and then you come down on your neck, and it's supposed to be good for your is it adrenal glands? No, lymph nodes. And it's supposed to help with that, but it's also supposed to help that uplifting massage is supposed to lift your face. But is that a permanent fix? Probably not, because you got to deal with gravity. And even if you do get a facelift, eventually that's going to fall too. I was telling Alan just the other day, eventually I'm going to have to go back in and get my boobs redone.
Cool.
Because those are not meant to last forever. And I've had them since Emma Kelly was probably, I had them done and they were so big I had them redone. So these are probably about 12 years old. So, I mean, it's getting close.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think I might have talked about that I want a partial facelift, but I haven't seen anybody yet about it.
If the emergency room bills ever stop coming in, then maybe we can revisit that. Any kind of elective cosmetic procedure.
Yeah, it's bad. The emergency room visit I had for my heart little incident, it's not good. The bills are
you're getting bills
good.
from people who just came in and said hello.
It's bad. And I don't know, and somebody maybe if you're listening and you work in a medical facility, now that I've been there once and if I ever have to go back, do I have the right to say, no, I don't want that? Because it is unbelievable some of these bills we're getting. And I had so many people just come in and say, hey, you're going to need this anyway. We're going to go ahead and do it now. Oh, okay. Because I've never been in that position before. I'm just wondering what I can say no to if I ever need to go back.
I told Kelly, I think it's kind of like an ER visit. Now, I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm not in the medical field.
We're just telling you based on our experience and what we just received in the mail.
Yes. I equate this to kind of like when you go in and have a baby. Like, it's not just the doctor. It's not just the OB. You're paying the anesthesiologist. You're paying the nurses. You're paying the lactation specialists. You're paying everybody. You pay everybody. Everybody comes in and says hello. You're paying, right? I mean, it's kind of the same thing when you go to an ER, I guess, right?
Yeah.
This next letter is from Luke. Subject: cocktail. Train. Heidi and I are in the depths of binging Below Deck. On this show, a lot of guests order cocktails. Pina coladas is a popular drink. Every time I hear it, I break into song. Alternate lyrics, of course. Thank you for that, Luke. Do you like pinas coladas?
Oh,
dun,
I was
dun,
like,
dun.
what are you talking about?
That's why they call me a train. Dun, 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 dun. Because I got pinas coladas. Dun, 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 dun.
Is there any more lyric? Or is that it?
Because I am the A train. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Was that it?
Yeah, it's just an excuse to say,
Pinas
coladas.
I really regret that he wrote that email in to remind you of that.
I had forgotten about that.
I had too.
Until my man Luke told me about that.
Luke.
This next letter is from Brandy. Subject: recommended series. Hi, Alan and Kelly. Thank you, Brandy. I have a fantastic show for y'all. Please check out Virgin River on Netflix.
Oh, I've been watching. I'm not caught up on the most recent season. Alan wouldn't like it.
Why?
It's a romance. It's like an extended Hallmark.
I like romance.
You and not like them. Okay, I challenge you to watch season 1.
I've seen Romancing the Bone.
I challenge you to watch season 1 of Virgin River. And then if you love it, I'll rewatch the whole thing with you and catch up. Sure. But I haven't watched this current season.
Sorry, Stone. What was the movie? Romancing the Bone? Stone? Season 5 just came out, and it's so great. I think you'll really love it. And Alan, wanted to see if you've ever heard of Deals Gap in Tennessee. There's an 11-mile ride through the mountains for motorcycles. Well, cars too. My boyfriend drives it every summer multiple times, and it's apparently a gorgeous drive. Wanted to recommend you take a gander. Maybe it's a good destination for your trip. Very nice. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I do want to ride in Tennessee because I have heard Tennessee is beautiful.
It is.
I've only been to Memphis and I've been to Nashville.
The last time I was there, I was in Chattanooga.
I want to go to the country.
Chattanooga is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we could retire here. I'm like already daydreaming about where we're going to retire. Everywhere I go now, it's like, we could retire here, but we're probably going to stay right where we are.
Okay. This next letter is from Keith. Subject: food for thought. Good day, sir. A-Train.
Oh, so I'll just sit this one out.
It's my man. I'm a longtime fan. I've been listening to Kelly for 116 years now. Gotta say, buddy, you're doing okay. We approve overall. There are a few questionable details regarding your performance as the partner to the Kelly Raspberry. I believe that you're pressing too hard. You're a rising star against the gravity of an absolute phenomenon that is Kellie Raspberry. That's all. I just wanted to let you know you have all the potential to be a star too. I kind of feel like I'm being mocked.
No, I am being praised. You got to look at it in the positive light.
Perhaps a partner in the more lewd space could make you a little more palatable. Is it palatable or palatable?
Palatable.
Palatable.
They're saying, like I have told you in the past, if you want to do a lewd podcast, you do that with someone else.
I'm available for consideration regarding a spinoff. In the meantime, give Kellie our love. Love you, Kellie Raspberry. You're pretty cool too. Walter, love you, buddy. Keith, your new podcast partner.
All right, Keith. Is that the Keith we know?
Yes, that's my man.
Keith, y'all go do that. Keith is so great. So supportive.
He's very supportive. If I didn't have Keith, I wouldn't have any fans.
That's not true.
This next letter is from Lisa. Subject? We haven't read this one, have we?
How do I know? You haven't read it yet.
Subject, Joe Tease. Good morning, Kellie and Allen. Love the podcast. My only complaint is you're not doing twice a week anymore.
I think we have read this one, haven't we?
Maybe.
Is it about the 2 menu items they still have?
Oh, yeah. I think I have read this one.
Yeah, when you read a letter, you need to immediately trash it. I think we already read that.
Kellie is a national treasure, yes, since 1945. I've been a fan, and I remember exactly where I was the morning they announced her as Kid's partner. And Allen, like most people, I've grown to love you too. Love that you're so real and bring us into your family each week. Lisa.
You just edited.
Yeah, I just edited it.
Yeah, Joe T. Garcia's.
Did I read? I don't think I've read this
then
one.
Read it. I'm not sure. Maybe you just read it. Maybe you read it to me off the air or something.
She's talking about Joe T. Garcia's. They only take cash, and they only have 2 things on the menu, but there is a secret menu item, street tacos. They come in fajita, beef, or chicken, and they're so good.
That's good to know.
Okay. I don't remember reading this one.
I don't know. I either I read it or something. I don't know. My friends Tommy Jean and Annette. Now Diana has had to drop out, but Tommy Jean and Annette are coming, and Annette has never been to Texas, and she wants to do all the Texas things. Now Tommy Jean is happy to sit in the living room with me and visit, and I am just as happy to do that as well. But I got to show Annette a good time. So I think part of that is going to include a trip to Fort Worth to Joe T. Garcia's, and that's, I think, why she wrote that letter. I must have already talked about it on the podcast. Listen, y'all have to forgive me. I can't remember what I talk about on this podcast, on the Love Letters to Kellie podcast, on the Kid Craddock morning show, to my girlfriends. I cannot keep which conversation I had where straight sometimes, and I apologize for that if I repeat myself.
Okay. You want to do a couple more, or what do you want to do?
Do whatever you want, hon. As Allen checks his watch.
I just want to be considerate of the listeners' time.
Don't want to miss the Rangers.
Our listeners' time is very, very valuable, and I want to make sure that they're able to enjoy the rest of their day. This next letter is from Melissa. Subject, I'm listening. Hey, y'all. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm still listening. Just because you've hit 500 episodes, please don't call it quits.
Oh.
Were we threatening calling it quits?
I might have made a joke about that. Like, I think I did. I don't remember what I said, but I thought it was an obvious joke, right?
I've always thought about writing in, but never have. But y'all sounded so discouraged, wondering if anyone listens anymore. Wow, were we that defeated?
Maybe it's because we didn't have as huge of a turnout or something as we hoped for.
Oh,
maybe. I don't remember.
What we say? We say huge. Say huge. I've been listening since the mid 300 episodes, 2021, and I'm also going back and listening to your shows from during the pandemic. That'd be kind of fun to go back and listen to some of those.
I don't want to hear that.
Wow.
I lived it.
Yes. You both are great, and I love you both. If you notice, I'm not using names because I can't possibly decide whose name I should use first. Well, you should always use mine first.
You should always use Allen's first because trust me, please. My ego doesn't need it.
My husband and I found your podcast researching where to go for my 40th birthday and our 15th anniversary. We liked Valentin Imperial and stumbled upon your podcast website as you were advertising your family podcast vacation to Valentin in 2021. We couldn't make the trip with y'all due to a scheduling conflict, but we were there a week after y'all were there. I was so bummed we didn't get to meet y'all. I listened to you when I lived in the Dallas suburbs, Kellie, until I graduated from high school in 1999. Then I headed off to Lubbock, got my bachelor's degree at Texas Tech. That's right. Go Red Raiders, Allen. Yes, good Red Raider here. I was so bummed I didn't get to meet y'all because I listened. Oh, I just read that. We've been loyal listeners ever since, mostly listening while I cut my husband's hair every week. Another funny connection that is now we live in South Kakalaki.
Really?
Yes. Not quite Florence, but a suburb of Charlotte.
Well, Charlotte's in North Carolina, but it's just really close to the border. I wonder where they are in South Carolina. Huh.
Maybe it's right on the border, right?
Well, Charlotte's very close, yeah. So I wonder.
So there's right outside of Charlotte.
I don't know. Go ahead.
So that's all. I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, hoping we can meet someday, maybe at the next family podcast vacation. And wanted you to know how you brighten my day, everyone, how you brighten my day every time a new episode drops. Love y'all, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa.
Oh, Fort Mill.
Fort Mill, okay.
You know where that is?
Well, I want to say my aunt lived in, she's since passed away. I want to say my aunt lived in Fort Mill, Aunt Polly. But I never
included a picture too. Very lovely couple.
Very cute.
Very, very lovely.
Well, I hope
couple.
They loved Valentin Imperial.
Husband
too.
looks like Jason Bourne.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Our neighbors 2 doors down are going to Valentin Imperial based on my recommendation, and so now I'm extra nervous. They're going over Thanksgiving.
How could you be extra? We've sent hundreds of people there.
I know, but this is my neighbors 2 doors down, and I want them to have an amazing time because if they don't, I'm going to take it personally.
Yeah.
And our other next door neighbor texted me while we're on the radio, Stacy. Our neighbors next door just got a brand new Pomeranian. They've named him Indy for Indiana Jones.
Cute puppy. Looks like a little hedgehog.
Exactly. That's what she just texted me. Every time I look at my puppy, now I see a hedgehog. That's what she just texted me.
I'm going to send her to the picture I found. It's because the Pomeranian...
He's the cutest thing you've ever seen.
But he's got light eyes, and he's got a pink nose, which you don't see a lot of dogs with pink noses.
And he's light-haired.
And he's got light hair, so...
He's gorgeous.
It's seriously like a hedgehog.
Tiny little thing, and he looks just like a hedgehog.
And he's about the size of a hedgehog.
So cute.
Like a baby Pomeranian.
I want that dog. It's so cute.
Well, we can trade her. We've got one to trade.
We're not trading Larry. We're going to have Larry till he dies. End of story.
That reminds me, I need to take Larry out for a walk.
Oh, just stop it.
Just he and I.
Don't even make that joke.
Just he and I.
Terrible joke.
Out in West Texas. I'm not going to tell anybody where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I might take a firearm just to keep the pigs and coyotes away.
That's not true. You're not doing that.
Turn off my, what's the thing where you can see where I am?
Find my friends.
Yeah, turn off the Find My Phone. All right, babe. Who you got tonight? Rangers or Astros?
Rangers. They're playing at home.
Yeah, they're playing at
I think they're gonna.
The Power Rangers are playing at the Globe.
They beat the last 2 teams they had to get to this point undefeated.
They're undefeated in the playoffs.
Undefeated in the playoffs.
It's crazy.
So they were a wild card, and now here we are. And don't ask me a lot. I enjoy the game, but I can't really explain everything. But it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And I'm working on my Bruce Bochy, who is the Rangers manager. I'm working on my Bruce Bochy impersonation.
You could do it, and I would never know. I don't listen to his interviews, so you could do anything.
It's very Boss Man George-ish.
Really?
Yes, except he doesn't cuss like every other word. And I don't think he likes sushi as much.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. All right, babe. Got anything else?
No. Go Rangers.
Go Rangers.
And hopefully by the time this podcast drops, the Rangers will have won.
I hope so. Because we got friends in Houston. We got listeners in Houston. But you know what? I don't like the Astros.
A lot of people don't because they cheated.
Wow.
Why is that a wow?
That's bold.
But they did, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
Okay, then why is that bold?
And they were caught.
So why is that bold? Just saying it.
I don't know.
And some of the same people are still on the team that cheated.
Oh, which
right?
one? Oh, Altuve?
Wasn't he on the team?
I think he wears the same size uniform as Dylan. All right, babe. I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love the Texas Power Rangers desperately. We're going to watch them get a win tonight on the dreaded and feared Houston Astros.
Hope so.
But I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.